Yeah. What is your path? 13. 13?
Yeah. What's that? Okay.
We good? Anybody need a mic or no?
Okay.
No. All right. Where am I going? Here?
Sure. Nope.
Oh, got somebody coming in. Hold on. Oh, all right. You ready? Okay. All right. Everybody set?
Good?
Okay.
Good.
All right. So my name is Detective Richard Encinas, Encinas, and I work in the Media Relations Office for the Mesa Police Department. So just this morning, just after 7:30 a.m., we received several 911 calls for this location behind me at the ARCO here at 25 West McKellips. All the callers basically were giving us the same story. There was a male, they described a male, who had a rifle, and he was actively firing that rifle in a southern direction, so south here on McKellips. They were unsure of what he was firing at. There was a bus stopped right there in front of the bus stop, so we're not sure where he was firing or why he was firing at this point. That bus took off, and the callers then relayed further information as the bus was leaving, they saw a female that was down on the ground next to the bus stop. We had officers arrive, I think, within 1 minute. Did locate a female that was down there on the bus stop on the ground there. Officers checked her and tried to provide life-saving measures, but she was pronounced deceased here at the scene. In addition to that, while that officer was conducting that, we developed information from our witnesses that the suspect vehicle was taking off in a westbound direction on McKellips here behind me at a high rate of speed. We were able to find that vehicle at Country Club in McKellips, which is about a half mile west of here. We got units behind that vehicle, and we made a traffic stop on that vehicle as it was getting onto the 202 freeway going westbound. We did detain 2 people that were in that vehicle and have them in custody right now. We believe that we have both the people that we are looking for, and we are not looking for anybody else right now. We don't feel like there's any other threat to the community going on at this time. It looks like an isolated incident. We are working on developing what that relationship is, if any, between our victim and our suspect. And so right now, that is where we're at. Our investigation is just getting started. We just got our detectives here, our homicide detectives. So as this day goes on, we'll be out here for several hours. As the day goes on, we will continue to provide you updates and hopefully get you some more information as the day moves on. Right directly behind me. So the witnesses described the shooter as being in the parking lot of the ARCO and shooting in a southern direction, so south on Center, which is behind me there.
So police are investigating if he was shooting at random or if the shooter knew the woman who he shot and killed.
We are going to investigate all of the different scenarios. At this point, we just don't know. We don't know if there's a relationship between our victim and a suspect. There was people on the bus. We had to find the bus, stop the bus. We are now interviewing those people as well. There were several witnesses here on scene that we're going to have to interview all of those people also to find out just exactly what occurred. We have a very good idea of what occurred right now because we did have some great witnesses who provided that detail right away. But as far as the relationship between the victim and the suspect, we just don't know yet.
The 2 people detained, both men?
They are both men. One of them we don't feel was involved, but was in the car.
Were they arrested without or detained without incident?
They were detained without incident on the freeway, which is why DPS was getting several calls. In a situation like that, where we're getting numerous calls of a gun being involved or a rifle being involved, we're not going to take very many chances, so we're going to conduct what we call a felony stop. So we'll get several units there. We'll call those people out of the car, walk them back to us, and detain them, which is what happened. They did not put up a fight. They didn't disregard any of officers' commands, and we have those 2 detained right now.
So you guys have a crime center. Was there any real-time cameras in the area that captured what happened?
Yes.
Well, that should give you a little bit.
Was the rifle recovered?
I don't know, because once we pull them out of the car, we treat the vehicle as a crime scene, so we're going to have to get a search warrant for that, which is what we're doing right now.
Get an age range of the detainees and the victim, please?
I don't. I believe the suspect was somewhere in late 30s. I'll get you that exact information, though, soon.
I was just going to ask a similar question. The demographics of the two suspects and the woman who's found dead.
Yeah, we're not going to release anything about our victim right now. We have a lot of work to do still here, but I believe the suspect was like late 30s, somewhere in there.
Detective Encinas, how helpful is it to have those real-time cameras to capture something like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible investigative tool, right? We can get information in real time, which is why they call it the Real-Time Crime Center, and we're able to solve crimes like this, or hopefully stop crimes like this, within minutes of them happening. So from the time we got a 911 call to the time we located that vehicle was all within minutes. And luckily for us, there were several witnesses who didn't just get out their phone and just start recording and not do anything about it. They called 911. They gave us a very good description of the person that had the rifle. They gave us a great description of the truck. And with that description and with those details, we were able to get this vehicle stopped not even maybe a mile from here, not even that. We will be out here probably most of the day. Our detectives, our homicide detectives are here now. That we've just been briefed on the case, on what we have. So they have a lot of work to do interviewing witnesses. Our crime scene techs are out here to process the scene. So I'm guessing probably most of the day today they'll be out here.
Last question for me, sorry. Was the truck speeding away, or did you...
Very high rate of speed, yes.
Do you feel the detainees knew each other, or could this have been a carjacking? Anything along those lines?
That's information we're working to develop right now, but it doesn't appear like there was a carjacking or any sort of thing like that. But those details will come out later, and of course, we will continue to provide you guys updates throughout the day.
You said the bus stopped a little ways away. Was it struck by the gunfire?
We have officers down there now checking.
That weapon that was used, was it owned legally?
I have no idea at this point. Like I said, once we've stopped that vehicle becomes a crime scene. We don't go inside the vehicle. We don't touch it. We don't do anything. We're waiting for a search warrant. So that vehicle got towed to our station, and once we get a search warrant, we will go through all of that and get that information.
So essentially, right now, you guys have 3 crime scenes: the bus here and on the highway.
That is correct, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Will these roads be closed?
Yeah, the roads are going to be closed for most of the day today. At least Center will be, for sure. And we'll continue to update you guys on our Twitter page, and we'll bring you any new information. And if we have anything further to release with names, things like that, we'll send those directly to your news desk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good?
All right, everybody. To those of you just joining us, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. We appreciate you joining us. As we just heard there, that it was the public information officer for the Mesa Police Department. Ultimately, to bring everybody up to speed, I know on Citizen it was hard to hear, but at the ARCO gas station early this morning, there was a person brandishing a long gun rifle, and at one point started shooting in the parking lot of the ARCO gas station. At that point, several calls came into the 911 office that there's somebody being shot. There was the bus. There were several people on the bus early this morning, city bus as well. That the city bus was also shot at. As the person was shot, from what we understand, one woman was hit, and unfortunately, she sadly passed away here on the scene. What they're still investigating and trying to figure out, obviously, was this a random attack? Was the guy randomly just shooting at will, or was he targeting this woman and possibly a domestic violence? All those things are still being investigated at this time, but this road is completely shut down. It happened at the ARCO gas station, and unfortunately, one woman was shot and killed here on the scene. So essentially, when the two people shot, there was two people in the vehicle. One was the shooter with the long rifle, got in and at a high rate of speed took off, headed towards the highway. Part of what the PIO was saying here for Mesa is they have a real-time crime center which monitors and sees all the crimes based on all the cameras around the city here. They were able to quickly send out police officers, and also 911 callers that called in were able to give a good description of the vehicle that two gentlemen got in, the shooter, and they were going at a high rate of speed towards the highway. At that point, police were able to locate them fairly quickly, as they're saying, within minutes, to pull them over without incident, thankfully, and take the suspects into custody. Also, they're saying there's another scene close by, which is where the bus is. Detectives are working that scene to find out if it was something with somebody on the bus or they were, again, random shooting. However, it was a long gun, a rifle of some sorts. We're not sure, AR style. But what we do know is that now they have ultimately 3 crime scenes. One on the highway, which is where they have to get now a search warrant for the vehicle, where the rifle is, and so on. They have the bus that was shot at, also has detectives on it, and of course the main scene here, where unfortunately the young lady was shot and killed at the ARCO gas station. Again, to give you perspective, we're at Center Street and McKellips here in Mesa, Arizona. Large police presence. Hopefully in a little bit we might be able to get our drone up in the air to give you a bird's eye view. So that's where we stand right now. Obviously a large police presence. The ARCO gas station and that road is currently closed off due to this deadly shooting, and investigators will be out here. They've been out here for several hours looking for evidence and so on. So that's where we stand right now.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So if you know anybody in this area, obviously it's best to avoid it. This investigation is going to be taking hours to complete. Obviously a large area and multiple scenes, 3 to be exact. So if you're seeing that, probably on the highway, which isn't too far away, they have the vehicle. Once they obtain the search warrant, they're going to search the vehicle, remove the evidence, of course the rifle, and so on. So once again, we are here in Mesa, Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here and across the valley, and some breaking news, unfortunately, with at least one woman shot and deceased here on the scene. The two shooters, at least one was definitely the shooter, is in custody. Again, shooting a rifle here at the ARCO gas station early this morning. Do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. We'd appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so that way you get notified of any happenings here and around Arizona for breaking news, and of course, great events like we had the other day at Gilbert Cars and Coffee. All right, everybody. So once again, we are here live in Mesa, Arizona, again on the scene of a deadly shooting investigation going on at the ARCO gas station on McKellips and Center Street here in Mesa. The great part of the technology used today to help get officers on the scene as fast as possible was the real-time crime center. Again, 2 people, one armed with a long gun, started firing a number of casings here on the scene, most likely an AR-15, where we will find out from the public information officer as the investigation continues as to what led up to the shooting, whether the 2 people knew each other, the victim that unfortunately passed away here on the scene. Again, they have 3 crime scenes, one being this area right here, one being on the highway where the suspects took off at a high rate of speed and then were ultimately pulled over quickly by police on the highway, as well as a bus that is being investigated that was here on scene and took off and possibly was shot at as well while the firing was going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and see if we can get our drone up in the air and get you a bird's eye view of exactly what's going on. We'll get that live to you in just a few minutes. Stand by, everybody. If you know anybody in this area, please share it out. We're on Facebook, YouTube X, and Citizen. Again, those of you joining us on Citizen, if you want to see the drone shot, unfortunately, you're going to have to go over to either Facebook, YouTube, or X. If you go to YouTube, please subscribe to us. Click the notification bell so you get notified when we hit breaking news that affects your area here in Arizona. All right, everybody. So we're working here at the scene, unfortunately, of a deadly shooting here in Mesa, right off of Center Street in McKellips in Mesa, Arizona. Unfortunately, one woman is shot. A man in his 40s is in custody. And ultimately what happened was he was on scene with a long rifle and started shooting. We're not sure if it was at random or if he was targeting the woman that was shot and killed. Mesa officers are going to give us an update as soon as they can and find out. So that's where we are right now. We'll probably be on the scene a little longer. We'll come back a little later. They'll give us updates along the way. Exactly whether these people know each other or not. So at this point, we have 3 crime scenes. One here, gas. The other on the highway where the suspect at high rate of speed and the car was ultimately stopped. And then also a city bus that was shot at that was here on the scene and soon took off as well. So there, somewhere around here is the crime scene for the city bus itself. So we're going to stick around a little longer. Obviously, these roads are going to be closed off for some time. Those of you joining us on Citizen, we appreciate it. If you want to, please join us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube at Valleywide News. Click the notification bell so you can get notified of all our upcoming live streams. right, everyone. Those of you joining us on Citizen, if you would subscribe to us on YouTube, we're about to go live from our drone as well. So we have 2 live shots about to happen here. If you could do us a favor and support us there, that would be amazing. Just to let everybody know, again, unfortunately and sadly, we're on the scene of a deadly shooting where, in fact, a woman was shot, a man in his 40s. A man in his 40s was the suspect, so that's where we're at right now. Unfortunately, 1 person is dead on the scene. There's another crime scene on the highway where the gentleman took off at a high rate of speed as well. So with that said, this is where we stand. We're going to get up in the air here, try and zoom in, give you an idea of what's going on, bird's eye view, if you will. We're just setting things up. And again, if you're in the area, we're on McKellips and Center Street. There's ultimately 3 crime scenes. The 3 crime scenes. Bear with me here. I'm one-man band, and I'm doing the drone, keeping an eye on it, as well as continuing our live shot here. Let me take you to. Bear with me, I just want to show you all the crime scene area. It is the ARCO gas station. Again, here on the scene, a shooting. ARCO gas station. Unfortunately, 1 woman has been shot and killed here on the scene. The suspects did take off at a high rate of speed and were caught moments later on the highway. That truck is now a crime scene, as well as a city bus that was also involved and is also a crime scene. So ultimately 3 crime scenes here on the scene. And once again, unfortunately and sadly, 1 woman is deceased here on the scene as well. So with that said, hang on. With that said, the suspects thankfully are in custody at this point. Again, those of you joining us live on Citizen, if you'd like, you could see a drone shot straight above of exactly what's going on. The ARCO gas station is the center of where the crime scene is. Unfortunately, 1 person deceased on the scene here. Suspects are in custody, and as well as a city bus that is under investigation because they're checking to see if bullets were shot from at that location as well. So a number of things going on, a lot of detectives on the scene, public information officer once again giving us a briefing as soon as we got here. Again, if you're joining us on Citizen, we truly appreciate it if you do us a favor and subscribe to us on YouTube, click the notification bell so you can get notified. We're independent media, that's the only way we get supported. And I always feel uncomfortable saying it at scenes like this of a deadly shooting, but we also are affiliated with Black Rock Coffee. If you wanted to get great, delicious Black Rock Coffee, which I purchase as well, you could also support us that way. We get a small commission, and it's blackrockcoffee.com, and the promo code is VWN1 for Valleywide News 1. So once again, back out here live, we are on the scene of a deadly shooting. Do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Citizen as well. As you can all see from our Valleywide News drone up above, this is the crime scene. We'll give a little bird's eye view. You can see the road directly below us is shut down in one direction. Again, ARCO gas station is the scene. We'll zoom in a little bit here so you all can see the gas station crime scene. Unfortunately, it appears that it looks like it happened right here at the bus stop. Again, the bus stop itself is also part of the crime scene. And unfortunately and sadly, one person is shot currently here on the scene. Suspects are in custody, which is great news. And again, AR style rifle shooting. We're trying to figure out, and the investigation is also trying to figure out exactly what led up to this, whether the person that was shot and killed knew the suspect and was domestic of some kind. All that was questions were asked of the PIO, and currently the answer has not come back yet. But again, once we find all those details out and get information from the public information officer, we will definitely bring it back to you as soon as we can. Those of you joining us on Citizen, if you would be so kind, go over to YouTube. We have a drone in the air live as well over the crime scene, and we're on YouTube, Valleywide News. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Those of you joining us, we got a lot of you on Facebook, and again, we truly appreciate it. We're Valleywide News, breaking news and events here and across the valley, independent media, and so any support by liking, sharing, and subscribing truly does help us, as well as the QR code that's in the bottom right of your screen to join our affiliate, Black Rock Coffee, purchase some great coffee, and support us at the same time. All right, everyone. Once again, those of you just joining us, we truly appreciate it. We're up above at our drone shot, giving you a bird's eye view. Those of you joining us on Citizen, if you want to see a better bird's eye view rather than the static video we have here, go to YouTube, subscribe to us, ring that notification bell, and we are live here at Valleywide News, unfortunately at a deadly scene where one woman was shot. Gentlemen, two people, one the shooter early this morning with an AR style rifle shooting at a bunch of rounds, hitting one woman where unfortunately right behind you there, she down at the bus stop area where you see the blue tarp or cover is where she was pronounced dead here on the scene. So a sad day for whoever that woman is. A man in his 40s. The suspect is in custody, who took off at a high rate of speed with his passenger and was captured shortly after on the highway, as well as the shooting of a bus that they are investigating. When the rounds were being fired, I guess there was a city bus here that was also struck by bullets. I can tell you that the suspects are in custody. Good news. And unfortunately, this road is going to be shut down for quite some time. The ARCO gas station also closed down and will be roped off for a number of hours here on the scene. So once again, we're going to be here for a short time. I can tell you for the next number of hours, this scene will be blocked off. We're trying to get a drone shot above. Obviously, deadly scene here and sad day for the person's family, and our thoughts and prayers go out to them. Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here and across the valley, live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, and as well as Citizen. We appreciate everybody joining us. Those of you who want to see the drone shot from up above, please do so on our YouTube channel by subscribing, ringing the notification bell so you can get notifications every time we go live. So just so you know, the picture you're seeing right now is a little blurry. It's our best we can do zooming in. And so with that said, right there where that blue tarp is unfortunately where the young lady lost her life here, sadly. Again, the great news, the suspects have been captured and are currently in custody. So that obviously is some good news. So there is no threat to the public. Hopefully later on when they have another public information or an update from the public information officer, we'll get that to you. Hopefully live. We've got a lot of other things going on today, so we're going to do our best to get it live. If not, we're going to post it on all our channels, Facebook, YouTube, and X, as well as Citizen, as to any updates to the investigation and what's going on. So with that said, obviously a lot of investigating going on. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here at the scene. If we have any updates from the PIO, we will surely bring it to you. But right now, I'm Bruce. We're Valley-wide news, breaking news and events all across the valley. Independent media. Support us. Use that QR code in the bottom right of your screen. That helps support us, as well as subscribing and watching on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Stay safe out there, everyone.